Marriage isn't just about being in love. It's about keeping the spark alive. Stealing kisses in the kitchen, which is one of Joe's favorite things to do, and making each other blush like it's the first date all over again. Think about how good it would make you feel if your spouse just came in and said, whoever said for better or worse, included falling in love with you all over again every day.
Oh, that was so sweet, baby.
Wouldn't that make you feel great and make your day?
I know it will make my day.
Well, stay tuned as we discuss the importance of flirting with your spouse.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Marriage Hacks with Joseph
And Miriam.
with real talk
Real solutions.
for a healthy, thriving marriage.
Hey, y'all.
All right, believe it or not, we only have one scripture for this episode, but I believe that this scripture is most fitting. I'm gonna pull it up. Okay, and it says this is Proverbs 15:23, and it says joy is found in giving the right answer, and how good is a word spoken at the right time. At the right time. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna play some clips, and then Miriam and we're gonna comment on these clips, because these clips is really what gave me. I'm sorry. These clips are what inspired this episode. Okay, so this is clip number 1.
Touch your husband. No, like, seriously. Initiate the kiss. Grab his hand. Sit on his lap, girl. Whatever feels right. When you make that first move, it's sending your man a message. I still want you. I still choose you. Men may act tough, but they crave to feel desired just like we do as women. And when you take that initiative, it breaks the routine and reminds him he's not just your partner when it comes to parenting and bills. He's still your man. It builds connection, confidence, and keeps that fire burning. Plus, it shows him intimacy isn't just his responsibility. It's something you care about too. And remember, you don't need a special occasion or a perfectly clean house to get a little playful with your partner. So, don't always wait for him to be the one to start it. You will be so surprised what a little flirty energy will do for your relationship.
I like that girl. I like what she was talking about made so much sense. What do you think, Mary?
I understood what she was saying, and I agree.
Now, one of the things that stuck out to me when she said breaking the routine, without a little playful flirtiness in your relationship, everything is gonna just like food. When you have food that's bland,
Don't mess with me when I'm eating.
Yeah. Well, anyway, but the example I want to use is like bland food. When you're eating that bland food, you're like, oh man, this food is not bad, but it needs some seasoning. It needs some salt. It needs some pepper. But when you add that salt and pepper, it makes all the difference. And that's just like a relationship, and just like life. If you don't have a little, if you don't flirt a little bit with your spouse and have fun, I mean, everything is just gonna be bland. You're gonna have a bland life. What do you think, Miriam?
I agree.
That's all you're gonna say?
That's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness. All right. Hopefully she'll talk a little bit more later on. Okay, now.
I know you. Okay. You're trying to set me up. That's what I'm just
trying to set you up for.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not trying to set you up for nothing.
Go ahead.
Okay, now this is the next clip.
Flirting is the ability to challenge somebody else and be playful with it. If you guys can flirt with each other, you're inherently embodying the playfulness that will be mirrored in every other aspect of your life. Which is why when somebody goes, oh, we have chemistry, it typically goes into everything else. How you guys sleep with each other, how you guys talk to each other, how you guys engage in conflict. You might even know this with somebody you really have chemistry with. You're like looking at them and you're like almost smiling, because it's like they're not fighting you, they're fighting the problem with you.
What you think about that clip, Miriam?
I'm gonna have to ruminate over that one. But I understand what he's doing. I understand what he's saying. I get it.
Yeah, it enhances the chemistry, and with the flirting, and like he said, what it does is it makes the bond stronger, and like he was saying, it's like it helps you fight things together.
Hair sticking up. Go ahead, keep talking.
It helps you fight things together in life. It makes things a little bit easier. Okay, now this is the final clip.
Ways I Spice Up My Marriage, Part 1. I flirt with my husband a lot about everything and anything. Let me explain. You see, my husband has a win at work, I'm flirting with him about it. My husband makes a spectacular meal, I'm flirting with him about it. My husband breaks a record in race car driving, I'm flirting with him about it. My husband walks into the room and blesses me with his presence, I'm flirting with him about it. You see, the power of life and death is in the tongue. And there is nobody in this world that flirts and praises my husband more than his wife, which is me. Your partner needs to know that you still desire them, that you still want them. And when you and your husband are stuck in this cycle of arguing, one thing is for sure. They are upset about the fact that they're in this cycle of arguing, but two, they're confused and conflicted about if you still desire them, if you still want them.
That's my favorite clip of the three.
Okay.
Yeah, I really like that one.
So you're going to elaborate on that for us, Miriam?
Well,
because the marriage hackers, they want to hear you. They want to hear you speak.
I just like what she said. She, for me, said it in a better way than the first woman did. That your spouse is supposed to be the one that gives you the best compliments and all that kind of thing. I like the way she said that.
And it made me think about there have been several times when I've went to Miriam and seeking praise, seeking her to give me like some words of improvement. Encouragement and approval, on about something. And like she would just maybe say one little word like, "Oh, it was good," and then she would go on, and then I would have other people going on and on and on about it. And I always tried to explain to her, yes, all these other people, they made all these grand statements and said this and said that, but you are the most important voice. A woman's voice is the most important voice that he needs to hear when, and not just the wife to the husband, but also the husband to the wife. Okay, as far as giving them words of encouragement, words of approval, giving them words of praise, in a playful, flirty way. Because I'm gonna tell you, that is one of the main doorways that the enemy will use to try to place a wedge in a relationship. Because if your spouse is not doing that for you, the enemy is going to make sure that there's somebody in your workplace, somebody in your church, somebody in whatever space that you may be occupying. There's going to be somebody in there that's going to be giving you that lip service, like the first. One of the clips said, "Life and death is in the power of the tongue." Okay, so make sure that you are the main mouthpiece that is speaking life to your spouse. Okay, don't let somebody else
Do that job for you.
do that job for you, because you are opening yourself up for an issue. Okay. All right. So now, Miriam.
Okay, we have 10 points. We haven't done points in a while.
Right.
10 points to explore. 1, playful teasing. 2, giving compliments and showing adoration or admiration. 3, subtle touches. 4, flirty text and notes. 5, date-like moments. 6, inside jokes, secrets, or code words. 7, playful challenges. 8, romantic whispers. 9, witty conversations. And 10, unexpected surprises.
All right. So let me start with the first one. Playful teasing. Light-hearted jokes and inside jokes keep the connection fun. Now, even though Miriam she always calls me corny.
Oh God, he is.
And but she can attest that I do make an effort as far as playful teasing. That's one thing. Teasing.
Teasing. You said teasing.
I didn't say that.
Okay,
or if I did, I'm sorry. I thought I said teasing.
Okay.
Yeah, playful teasing. That's one thing that I do try to do on occasion. Okay.
But it's so corny, y'all. Sometimes he'll say something and I'll just go, okay, baby.
But the main thing is
that he's trying.
I make an effort.
Yes, he does.
Sometimes if I'm the only one laughing, so you know.
Usually he is the only one laughing. And I do the same thing, but when I do it, it turns into a serious conversation. I'm like,
her humor is skewed, and she would even tell you. She says that I have the humor of what?
A 12-year-old boy.
Sometimes I'm standing there like, what did she just say? And also sometimes like, what did she mean? Sometimes her and Steven, because they have the same sense of humor, sometimes they would be cracking jokes and
crack each other up.
And I'm sitting there, what are they talking about? It's like, what in the world? It's because
and then by the time I finish explaining it, it's not funny anymore, y'all. And then Joe will come back to me like sometimes a week later and go, oh, I got that joke. And I'm going, baby, what joke? And he reminds me of the conversation and I go, oh, okay.
Yeah, sometimes we just on two separate wavelengths. And it's just like, okay, but at least make the effort.
Yes,
okay?
Make the effort. And he does make the effort. And I have to admit, like when I'm watching a movie or something and something crazy happens and I'm cracking up and I'm like, oh crap, he's going to ask me to explain the joke. And then I have to turn the TV off. I pause it and explain the joke and it just takes away the fun. But I love you.
But I'm worth it, right?
But you're worth it all the time. Twice and 3 and 4 times on Sunday. Okay, number 2, giving compliments and showing admiration. Sincere praise about their looks, intelligence, and kindness goes a long way. Did you put that intelligence part about because of the jokes?
No, But you know what? The main thing that stuck out to me on this one is the word sincere.
Yes, sincere is important because that's one thing about me that Joe can tell you and that my clients can tell you. I don't just give a compliment at the drop of a hat. I don't do it. But when I give the compliment, I'm like, baby, you know, I really like you in that shirt. Or, oh,
Yeah,
jeans
sometimes
look
getting a
good.
compliment from Miriam is like pulling teeth.
You just making me out to be an itch today.
No, I'm just.
Jeez. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna just take it.
But she will give you a compliment.
I'll give you a compliment.
But like she said it came out of her own mouth. What you say?
I don't just give compliments
That's
willy-nilly.
right.
I don't. Because, you know, you can be, especially at church, looking a hot mess. And somebody will come up to you and go, you look so nice, and then go behind your back and go, you see what she got on? Or something like that. I don't play that game. That's one thing Joe will tell you. I don't play that. If I think you look good, I'm going to say, wow, you really look good. But other than that, I just kind of keep going.
You know what?
Because Mama said, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
I have witnessed some awkward moments when someone has come up to Miriam and maybe they wouldn't, like she said, looking like a hot mess, and they come up and say, Miriam, how does this look? And Miriam will get quiet. She won't say anything. All you hear is crickets. And that person is waiting on a response, and I'm like, oh shoot.
And I go, baby, you wearing that thing.
Oh shoot.
You wearing that thing, girl.
Oh shoot. Miriam
You
was like,
wearing that thing.
Miriam was like, oh, she don't like that. And she's trying not to say what she's thinking. I mean, she's done that to me before. I'll say, Miriam, how does this look? And then
Wait a minute, is this whole video about me?
No, but I wanna just be real. I mean, because I may go over her and say, Miriam, how does this look? She get quiet. I just go back to the closet and start taking stuff off. I just, oh, okay, she don't like it. Let me go ahead and change clothes. No, I'm just being playful about the way that it is. I mean, it's real. Yeah, Miriam will get compliments, but like I'm emphasizing this word sincere. You don't never have to worry about Miriam being sincere in her compliments.
You mean insincere?
Yeah, insincere. Mm-hmm. And her compliments, because if she give you a compliment, okay, it's real.
This was, 30 years ago, and I had this friend whose baby had an oddly shaped head.
Okay.
You know, something that we both knew, but it was so funny. She kept putting, back in the 90s, the headbands were really popular for the babies. So she'd have her baby all dressed up, looking so cute with one of those headbands. Whenever I got a chance, I slide that headband off. And she'd go, where's the headband? I don't know, girl. It must have fallen. I'm sorry, that just flashed back a memory. Okay, subtle touches. The brush of the hand, a lingering hug, or a playful nudge adds warmth. Now, I do that.
Yeah, she'll do that. She'll come. Her favorite thing is to rub the top of my head. I'm like, okay. Well, that's one of her favorite things to do. She'll come and rub the top of my head.
And I'll grab him by the neck like this.
And then she'll call me.
I call him piss head.
Yeah, and then she'll call me. Oh, I love you, pisshead. I'm like, why do you have to say that? I mean, yeah, okay. I appreciate the touch.
Oh, God, this is a Laugh at Miriam's Idiosyncrasies video. Okay, flirty texts and notes. Unexpected love notes and flirty texts spice up the day. I don't know if I ever told you about this. I hate roses with passion. I can't stand roses. If you're going to get me a flower, make it a carnation. Because I have a thing. I tell people I have texture issues and I have smell issues. And to me, roses stink like a mofo. Okay? I can't stand the smell of roses. And
I learned that early. That you didn't like.
Early. I mean, real early.
Yeah.
Because we worked at the same place in Salisbury back in '88. And it was so funny. I come out to my car and I see a rose. Oh, that was the first right there. And then the note says, "See you tonight, my chocolate delight."
Girl, I was doing it up.
You were doing something. But he's always been good at that. I looked at it a couple of weeks ago. He took a picture, one of his favorite pictures of me, back in 2019. Took one of his favorite pictures of me, and he did his rendition of a drawing of that picture. He worked so hard on that picture, y'all. He worked so hard.
Oh, that reminds me, that picture's missing now.
No, it's not. It's upstairs. That's why I said I saw it a couple of weeks ago. And it was his version of a beautiful Valentine's card for me. It was his rendition, like I said, of me in that picture. And I thought to myself, well, dang, I'm ugly as hell.
Okay, I deserve that.
And the kids came and looked at the picture individually. Each one of them walked into the room and went, "Oh," and then just walked away. And I went, "Your daddy did that. It was an expression of love." And Stephen went, "If you say so."
I took a lot of time. I spent a lot of time on
You
that
did, baby. You spent a lot of time on that picture. But that picture gave me nightmares. But Joe does a lot of good stuff when he likes writing songs. He writes poetry and all this kind of stuff. You know, I sign cards, I write M. I keep going so you know who it is. Date-like moments, spontaneous dancing in the kitchen, and surprise coffee dates to rekindle romance.
Okay.
I've told y'all my thing is holding hands. I enjoy holding hands. I got so much satisfaction last year when we used to go on our walks downtown. We would walk downtown, which is about, 3-4 miles? Mm-hmm. Walk downtown for lunch. Have lunch. Walk back home going through Old Salem. Things like that, to me, are just, yeah. Simple things like that. The one thing that I have always told Joe is I am not hard to please. I'm not the kind of woman that you got to buy diamonds and furs and all this kind of stuff. This is more than 20 years ago. For their, I think it was 25th anniversary, a man at church gave his wife this beautiful diamond ring. And you know, all the women and I, we were all cooing over it. Ooh, 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 it's so pretty. And it was. I mean, it was a rock. And Joe was looking at me, fawning over it. And he said, "Miriam, you never said that you liked that kind of thing." And for me, this was an expression of love, what I told him. I told him, "Joe, that's not the kind of thing that you can afford to give me. So why would I sit and tell you, I want this, I want a rock that big?" To me, I was expressing my love to him by saying, I would not ever say that to you because I know that's not something that you can do. Because it drives me crazy when women know a man is working as hard as he can, doing the best that he can, but it's never good enough. He's never had that problem out of me. I appreciate everything he gives me, everything he does for me, and I show him that I appreciate it. So that's just a little pet peeve of mine. And so he was like, "Well, Miriam, if you like wearing jewelry, I want you to start buying you some kind of jewelry." And he can tell you before that I may wear earrings or something, but I was never a jewelry person. And one thing that many of you may or may not have noticed, I don't wear makeup either. I'm just a very plain person. And so what I started doing is buying inexpensive jewelry to adorn myself with. And I did that because I knew it made him feel good. That even though he couldn't buy me a rock that big, we could have smaller things. So, yeah.
Well, can I do this next one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Let me see. So the next one,
Number 6.
is inside jokes, secret code words.
Secrets and code
Yeah,
words.
secrets. I'm sorry, secrets and code words, having little phrases only you two understand, strengthens intimacy. I was when I read this one, I was like, do we have any code words? Or I know sometimes we have inside jokes. Secrets. I would say we have secrets, but I'm not good at keeping secrets, and so the secrets that I guess we were supposed to have.
Y'all have to go back about 4 months for a video on that where we discussed that you don't tell Joe nothing because you can't keep a secret.
But I think this is one that we can work on as far as having like code words and things like that. What do you think?
Oh, I'm sure there's some. They're just not coming to my mind right now.
Okay.
But yeah, okay. You want to do number 7 too?
Yeah, number 7.
Okay, go ahead.
Playful challenges, daring each other to fun activities, starting contests. Who can say I love you more? Keeps things exciting. Okay. The only issue with this one.
He's gonna crack on me again.
No, but I'm just telling you. Oh, now Miriam hadn't done it in a long time, but when we first got married, she used to dare me to do some crazy stuff, and I was like, I ain't doing that.
And then I bug him and he do it.
Yeah, I mean, she had me. She was like, I dare you do this, Joe. I dare you do that, Joe. And basically, when I did it, she'd have something to laugh about. She would just laugh and roll. I mean, almost rolling on the floor laughing. I'm like, oh my goodness. But yeah, we had. Miriam had a lot of fun at my expense.
I still do have a lot of fun at his expense, but then again, he has it at my expense. So
yeah, we do it to each other.
Life. It's just life. But fun activities. I can't. I was like I said, I'm just a plain person. I don't have to have big extravagant things. So
now Miriam will get irritated if I just kept telling her I love you. Well, Joe, I know you love me. Didn't you just tell me that 20 times?
Freaking time.
You know,
dude,
you don't have to keep telling me that, Joe. I know you love me. I know, because that's how Miriam is. It's like, just tell her 1 or 2 times. That will suffice.
I'm good.
Because otherwise, you're going to get on her nerves.
And it's because it's almost like it's overkill, y'all. Who are you trying to convince, me or yourself? I love you, baby. I love you, piss head. I love you, pickle head. I mean, that's enough.
Okay. All right.
Or I love you, my chocolate delight. That was his thing. He used to always call me. And his fudge round. He had the nerve to call me fudge round when I was big pregnant with our first child, Joshua.
Well,
I was like, oh my God. So you're just trying to tell me I'm just a big round lump?
No. Your pregnant belly was big and round.
It was huge.
And that's why I called you fudge round.
Anyway, number 8.
You brought it up.
Romantic whispers. Learning to whisper something sweet or mischievous adds an intimate touch.
Well, when I read this one, I was like,
He's gonna crack on me again because if I'm
now,
gonna say
well,
something,
first I'm gonna crack on myself. Miriam always said, Joe, you don't know how to whisper.
not worth a tinker's darn, y'all.
If I try to whisper something,
It comes
like,
out, hey baby.
like,
And I'm like, what?
it's like we're in a movie theater. I'm trying to say something sweet, and I'm trying to whisper. Joe, you know everybody can hear that. You know everybody can hear that.
And we'll be somewhere out in public, and I'll go, okay, baby, what you think of this? Wow, Miriam, I think so. I'm like, baby, bring it down some, and he'll go, what? What's wrong? What's wrong with what I'm saying? It's like, baby, there's nothing wrong, but just bring it down. What's your?
Oh, something's going on. Something going wrong with my phone right
Well,
now.
just don't go to it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Miriam, go ahead. I'm gonna see if I can stop this.
Okay. Witty conversations. Number 9. Witty conversations. Engaging in flirtatious back and forth keeps the energy alive. Yeah. Going back and forth with stuff, it does. As you sit back down, what do you have to say?
Okay, wait a minute. Let's read it again.
Witty conversations, engaging in flirtatious back and forth, keeps the energy lively.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, going back and forth.
Oh no, Joe, you have to say more. The marriage hackers want to hear you talk.
Well, my wife is more witty than I am, and so she would sometimes she would just say things that would just
knock him off his feet.
Yeah, knock me off my feet. Sometimes she'll say things and I'm like, okay. And it's like
I'm trying to have some witty banter.
She'll say things that okay, now that wouldn't have even entered my mind, but okay, so let's have a conversation about this. All right. And so,
this. I love James Spader. You know, most recently he was on the blacklist. But back in the 80s and 90s when he was super popular, I never paid any attention to James Spader until the movie Supernova with Angela Bassett. Anyway, he made this movie called Secretary, where he was kind of into S&M, and she didn't know that she was until she met him. And so I'm watching this movie because I like the movie. James Spader is typical James Spader. Gyllenhaal, I can't remember her first name. And I mean, to me, it's just a funny movie, the way these people connect, the way they interact. And I'm sitting there watching it. And one thing Joe will tell you, it's hard to make me just laugh. When I'm looking at a movie, I am focused in on that movie. I'm watching the movie. I don't want you asking me questions. So I'm just sitting there. And they start to do some kinky crap, and I'm just sitting there going, and I just keep going, keep watching. So about 2 days later, Joe comes to me and goes, baby? I was like, yeah. He said, were you watching that movie because you wanted to do something kinky like that? And I'm sitting there looking at him going, no, baby. I was watching that movie because I thought it was funny. The first time you call yourself hitting me, you're going to find yourself on the floor. He took me watching that movie as a signal that I wanted to get into S&M and bondage and pain and all this kind of stuff. And I'm sitting there going, no, hit me, you're going to be at the hospital. So it's like, baby, if I'm sitting watching a movie, I'm just watching the movie. Because another movie he did called Crash was about these people getting into car wrecks and during they're killing themselves for sexual excitement. And I'm going, I don't want to get into a car wreck. I just like James Spader, okay? So, anyway. Number 10, unexpected surprises. Bringing their favorite treat or leaving a note in their bag shows thoughtfulness. Now, that's something that we have talked about before, that if I'm out and I see something that I know Joe will like, I'll pick it up. Or I'll leave it on the bed, that kind of, like with his Christmas present. He thought he had opened up all of his Christmas presents at our daughter Hannah's house on Christmas Eve. We got home, went into the bedroom, and he went to the bathroom. He came back and he had a box sitting there waiting on him. Unexpected things, really nice. That's the kind of thing that honestly I enjoy, and it's like I've been saying, it doesn't have to be anything big or extravagant, just the little things.
Well, that's one of the things that I really, even though it took a while for me to get over my fear of the water, that when we were on our cruises, we spent a lot of time flirting with each other, just having fun. And, you know, just like anybody that has been on a cruise, they know you get
water everywhere.
Yeah, well, there's water everywhere. But I was getting ready to say, there's you have a smorgasbord of food. You eat and eat and eat and eat. And to me, that was a time to have like an overflow of just affection and just flirting with one another and just having fun. We had I'm not gonna say the person's name, but we had a couple who just recently got back from a cruise, and they normally go with family members, but this time it was more intimate. It was just the two of them, and she was telling Miriam just how much she enjoyed it and how they had such a good time. I mean, she, I don't know any details.
Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know any details, but I can imagine there was a lot of flirting going on, and just having fun. And so a lot of times it takes getting out of your
comfort zone.
Your comfort zone and getting into a new environment.
Yeah.
On that ship, away from home.
Away from people we knew.
Yeah, away from people you knew. Just not worrying about just every day, the mundane things of life, and just like, oh, okay, this is our special time and our special place and our special space, and then that just facilitates, just playful flirtiness.
Okay, now what about you all? Leave us some comments and let us know what kind of things you like to do as far as flirting with your spouse.
Yes, because, and not just that, also, if there are some things that you want us to talk about on our next episode, just put it in the comments. Say, hey, can you guys talk about this, or can you talk about that? That would really help us a lot in ministering to you just where you need to be ministered, in the areas that you need to be ministered in. Okay. All right. And so, like I always say, if there was anything that interested you, like, comment, share, and if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, go ahead on and subscribe to our channel. Okay. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any of our episodes. Whenever we post something, you'll be notified. Okay.
And we got at least one really good comment on the addendum video that I did last week for making Joe his plate. If you'd like to see more content like that, because I really do get silly while we're at home. If that's the kind of thing that you would like to see, let us know. And we can record some of that kind of stuff that I do, because I do get stupid, silly and playful. And we can add that to the roster.
Oh, yes. But until the next time,
y'all, until the next time, y'all have a blessed one.
Blessed and prosperous day.
Bye-bye.